everybody, my name is Deja and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the reread, rewrite, burn tag. I was tagged to do this by Savannah from Reread and also Jaqueline, and her channel is just Jaqueline with spaces in between each letter. And yeah, they both tagged me in this, and if you don't know what it is, you put a whole bunch of pieces of paper or somehow randomly get 3 titles, and then you decide to reread, rewrite, and burn one in each group, if that makes sense.
That shit don't even make no fucking sense.
We'll just do it. You probably know what I'm talking about, but we could just do it. I put a lot of books in here, and I actually did this a while ago, so I don't remember what books I even did put in here. I put a ton from a lot of different genres. So yeah, I'm just going to pull 3 and we'll decide which one we're going to reread, which one I'm going to rewrite, and which one I'm going to burn. Okay, so I'm trying not to look at them. So the first one I got is I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. Then I got Girls Made of Snow and Glass. And then I got Tweet Cute. So I think I'm going to reread I'm Thinking of Ending Things, even though it is actually the lowest rated of all 3 of these. I think I need to reread it to understand it better, so I'm going to reread it. Rewrite Tweet Cute. I don't know what I would rewrite, but I'm not burning it. And then I would burn Girls Made of Snow and Glass, even though I do really like this book. I'm sorry if it keeps going like dark and then bright. Like the sun really hates me today. But yes, I will burn Girls Made of Snow and Glass, even though I do really like this book. And it is actually rated higher than I'm Thinking of Ending Things, but I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I think I need to reread it because that book is wild. Then for the next 3, I'm trying really hard not to look. I have The Duchess Deal, which is a historical romance, The House in the Cerulean Sea, and The Unhoneymooners. I'm definitely going to reread The House in the Cerulean Sea, one of my favorite books of all time. I think I'm going to rewrite The Unhoneymooners because a couple of things I was like, at the end, but I did really like it. And then The Duchess Deal I'm going to burn, even though I do really like The Duchess Deal, and everybody who really loves historical romance is going to be yelling at me. I do really like it, but out of those 3, it doesn't really stand a chance.
I don't care about my haters, and if you want to fight me, then fight me.
Okay, the next 3 I have City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab, I think that book is. You were wrong. Love and Gelato, and then Red, White, and Royal Blue. This is actually really hard because I love all of these. No, I'm gonna have to burn Love and Gelato, aren't I? Love and Gelato I do really like, but it is my least favorite of all of these, so I'm going to burn that one. Both City of Ghosts and Red, White, and Royal Blue are 2 of my favorite books of all time, but I think I'm going to reread City of Ghosts and rewrite Red, White, and Royal Blue, just because I do know that it's a little bit long, so I would just make it like a
fraction shorter.
Okay, next 3 I have are Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell,
which is a thriller.
It's real sunny up here, but I do like a little bit of shade.
and then Such a Fun Age by Hailey Reid. I'm going to burn Then She Was Gone. I didn't like that. Definitely rewrite Such a Fun Age. Like the concept, didn't really like the execution, so I would rewrite it. And then Serpent and Dove I would reread. Next 3 coming up are The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and then White Hot Kiss by Jennifer Armentrout. I would burn The Haunting of Hill House because I hate that book. I would rewrite White Hot Kiss because I do really like it, but I think it could be better, and I would reread The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. See, these aren't too hard so far. Okay, next 3 are Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Young, Middle Game by Shauna McGuire, and Hollow Kingdom. I would burn Hollow Kingdom because it was just mediocre. I would rewrite Girls of Paper and Fire. I do really like it. Don't know what I would change. But I do really need to reread Middle Game. It's like on my list for this year of things to do because I gave it 3.5 stars originally, but like I think about it all the time. So I think it's actually like one of my favorites of all time, but I just need to reread it to know that because for some reason, I don't know, I'm just so drawn to it even though I only gave it 3.5 stars.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Next 3 I have The Kiss Quotient, The Year of the Witching, And lastly, Six of Crows. Controversial opinion.
I'm burning Six of Crows.
Bye.
Girl, bye. Bye. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I read it. I liked it. I think I actually gave it 5 stars. It was not a 5-star read when I first read it. It was just pressure. But out of these, it doesn't stand a chance. The Year of the Witching I will reread because... The Year of the Witching I will...
No. Well...
The Year of the Witching I'm going to rewrite because there were just some parts where I was like a little bit confused, so I would make the writing a little bit less confusing. And then The Kiss Quotient I will reread because I haven't read it in forever. Next 3 I have are Survivor Song by Paul Tremblay, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, and The Bromance Book Club. I'm going to reread The Bromance Book Club, one of my favorites of all time. Vampire Academy I will rewrite because some of it's a little, but I did really like it when I read it. And then Survivor Song I will burn happily.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Next 3 coming up, I have Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. Love it. One of my favorites of all time. Pet Sematary. Okay. And then The Butterfly Garden. I will happily burn Pet Sematary. Okay, I was going to say happily. I did enjoy it, but it was like, okay, out of these, no. That's interesting because The Butterfly Garden and Pretty Girls get compared a lot, like which one's darker. Pretty Girls is definitely darker. I will reread Pretty Girls and then I will rewrite The Butterfly Garden because the ending wasn't my favorite and it tied up in a little bit too neat of a bow for me. Next 3, I have A Lesson in Thorns, which was like the first steamy romance I read. Radiance by Grace Draven and Into the Drowning Deep by Myra Grant. I actually really like all of these, but out of them all, Into the Drowning Deep is my favorite, so I will reread that one. Radiance I will rewrite, and then A Lesson in Thorns I will burn. But I did like it a lot, I promise. But out of these, I think it just shocked me. I was like, oh, what is this? Because I was like 16. She was a little crazy for me. Next I have No Exit, one of my favorites of all time. Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. And then The Fifth Season. The Fifth Season I'm going to burn because it's confusing. And I'm glad that other people enjoy it. But for me, I'm just not big brain enough.
I don't think.
No Exit I will reread. And then Dark Lover I will rewrite because I did like it, but I think it could be improved. Next 3, I have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Daughter of the Pirate King. And A Very Large Expanse of Sea. I think A Very Large Expanse of Sea I will reread. I did really like that book. Daughter of the Pirate King I will rewrite because that's also one that I really like. And The Hunger Games I do also really like. But the first book I will burn.
Is this bitch for real?
Like, I would never burn the last 2, but the first one I feel okay burning. So the first one I have is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Then Kingdom of the Wicked by Karimina Skolko, and An Ember in the Ashes by Sabatir. An Ember in the Ashes I will happily reread for the 3rd time in less than a year. Kingdom of the Wicked I will rewrite because I did really like it.
Stop it. Get some help.
But it definitely has some areas of improvement, and In a Holidays I will burn happily. Next 3, I have From Blood and Ash, favorite of all time, The Troop by Nick Cutter, and Frankenstein. Frankenstein I will burn, it was boring. The Troop I would rewrite because it could have been scarier, and From Blood and Ash I will reread. Okay, next 3 that I have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I never really talk about on my channel, but it is one of my favorites of all time. The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and The Henna Wars. The Turn of the Key I will burn, mediocre for me.
And
The Henna Wars I will rewrite. I did really like it and I highly recommend it. Don't know what I would change. Maybe make a little bit less teenagery. And then Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo I will reread because I haven't read it in years. I definitely need to reread that this year. That's like my goal this year is to reread The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Middle Game. Next 3, I have With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, one of my favorites of all time. My Lovely Wife, which I did really enjoy. And then Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. With the Fire on High I'm definitely rereading. I think Kill Creek I'm going to rewrite because I did really like the premise, but it just wasn't executed well. And then My Lovely Wife, even though I did like it more than Kill Creek, I'm going to burn it. Then next I have these, which is Don't Burn. Ninth House by Lee Bardugo, and Intercepted. I guess I'm gonna have to burn These Witches Don't Burn. I'm sorry, These Witches Do Burn.
No, sorry. Next.
Alright, because out of the other 2, it's probably my least favorite. But Like, all of these are like 4 to 5 star reads. I do really like it and I do recommend. Intercepted I would rewrite because I just really liked it, but it could definitely be improved. I say that for all of them. There's some things that I was like, and then Ninth House I would reread because I was a little bit confused at parts of it. So next I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, favorite of all time, When No One Is Watching, and The Raven Boys. When No One Is Watching I will burn, The Raven Boys I would rewrite, and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder I would reread because it is perfection.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
The Raven Boys though, I don't know what I would change. I say that for all of them, but I like it, so I'm not burning it. Stuff for the Children is one of my favorite horrors that I've ever read. Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare and Wilder Girls. While I do really like Wilder Girls, I will burn it. Chain of Gold I will rewrite because sis got a little bit of a slow plot. Okay, and then Stuff for the Children I will reread because that one is so good. Next I have The Worst Best Man, Big Little Lies, and Allegedly. I will reread Allegedly. Big Little Lies I will rewrite, and The Worst Best Man I will burn. Next 3 I have Acomath. Oh, that's my favorite. That's why I put it in here. Crescent City. Oh no. And Follow Me to Ground.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
I do really like Follow Me to Ground. It is a very weird book, but I do highly recommend it.
But it doesn't stand up to Sarah.
I will reread Acomath because I'm doing that right now and it's perfection. And Crescent City, I will rewrite. I don't know what I would change. Maybe take out just like one scene or like a couple lines because it is a little bit long, but I love her and I wouldn't change her really that much. Lakewood by Megan Giddings. The Other People by CJ Tudor and Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't really like any of these.
No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
I think I would reread Daisy Jones and the Six because I haven't read it in a while and I read it with audio, which I liked, but like I don't think I paid as much attention as I should have. Lakewood I would rewrite because I did really like it. I think the execution could have been done better. It wasn't the worst execution, but it could have been better. Than The Other People I would burn because I just didn't really like it. We're getting down to the wire and my battery's dying, so hopefully we can get through these. Next I have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, The Night Swim, and then The Hating Game. The Hating Game I would reread because I haven't read it in a while. The Night Swim I would rewrite, and Cemetery Boys I would burn. I'm sad because I really like Cemetery Boys, but out of those 3 it is my least favorite, so
We gotta sacrifice something to the fire.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche, los antiguos.
Next I have Scythe, Get a Life Chloe Brown, and American Royals. I will burn Get a Life Chloe Brown. I'm sorry. I don't like the book. Glad everybody else does. It has good representation, I will admit. American Royals I would rewrite, but I do love the drama. I do love the drama in American Royals, but I will rewrite something in it.
Hey girl, I just wanted to let you girls know that I'm a real messy bitch. I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama.
And Scythe I will reread because I do really like that book. Next up that I have is Shatter Me by Teda Mafi, Bunny by Mona Awad, and Sadie by Courtney Summers. Sadie I'm going to reread because I did really like it, but I don't think I liked it as much because I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have. That's a common theme with me, is I will like a book but not as much as I think I would have if I paid more attention. I will rewrite Shatter Me because it was very like 2000s. So I would change it so it's a little bit more like up-to-date, modern, and Bunny I will burn, even though that book is interesting. I don't hate it. And I actually have 4. So let me just So I have Illuminae, one of my favorites of all time. The Shadows. Oh, not me not remembering what book that is. Then You by Carolyn Kepnes. So I will reread Illuminae because I love that book dearly. You is also one of my favorites, but I will rewrite something in it. Don't know what, but I will. And then The Shadows I will burn because I didn't like that book. So that was my rewrite, reread, burn tag. Some of the decisions were a little hard, but I can be a little ruthless, so I did have to make some decisions, sacrifice some books for the greater good. But yeah, I will tag some people down below. I don't know who I'm going to be tagging, so I have to check to make sure that they haven't done this, but I will tag some people. I think Justice from Aries Libraries hasn't done this, so I will tag her. I will tag Nicole from Who Picked This Book. I will tag Hailey from Hailey Hughes, and then I will tag Carol from Carol T Reads. those are the people that I'm tagging, and I may tag some more down below, but those are the ones off the top of my head that I thought of. So check the description box. You may be down there if we are mutuals, friends. But as I said, that's all that I have for this video today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, everybody.
Posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus.